Oh, let's talk about
Oh, yeah.
These are bad games. There's nobody on here.
Iowa's going to be good. Iowa's going to be pretty good.
Purdue, I think it'll be fun. I wish we had like a Michigan or Ohio State or something. Wisconsin, yeah. Anything. Your graphic box.
I'm pretty ready. I'm just trying to get their info from last night.
Ball, 2 RBIs last night.
Got it here.
So Kyle Ball had 2 RBI. Luke Man 2 for 5 with a home run, 3 RBI or 5 RBI. Home run,
Have a seat. How are you?
Christmas in July, McKeon Park, as the Wareham Gatemen at 8-12-4 coming to take on the 4-19 Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Jack Sadighian alongside Owen Sughrue on the Gatemen pregame show. First pitch coming up in about 5 minutes. And although Wareham's 9.5 games back from first place, Bourne, Owen, 1 game back from second place, Katuitt, and 1 game ahead of fourth place Falmouth. So this is a big 2-game series coming up against Hyannis. There'll be a game tonight and another here tomorrow night at McKeon Park.
Yeah, absolutely. And Hyannis, they certainly had their struggles to start the season. They've been playing much better over these past 4 games, obviously winning those last 2. 34 runs in the hits. So it has been a total 180-degree shift offensively for Hyannis. And you're right, Jack. This is a huge point in the season as Hyannis. That would put them in a good position for that second-place spot.
Now, Wareham snapped a 6-game losing streak last night, and the bats were where they needed them to be. Really good hitting performance with 13 hits. They scored 8 runs, including 2 runs in the third and 3 runs in the ninth, highlighted by a 2-run homer for Owen Diodati, who now leads the league with 7 home runs, and a solo shot from Sean McLean, his first of the season.
Right, we've been able to count on the pitching all season, but the offense really came alive last night. The Gatemen scored 12 runs over that 6-game losing streak, and they scored 8 last night. So we talked about a turnaround for Hyannis. It was pretty similar for the Gatemen, and they only giving up 1 run, of course, and that's what they've been able to count on. But offensively, they exploded last night. So another shift for the Gatemen, a very good sign for them offensively last night against Chatham.
and the teams to want second place. Wareham finally snapped a 6-game losing streak, but has won 1 of its last 7. Falmouth has lost 4 in a row, and Cotuit has lost 5 in a row. Nobody wants that second spot right now.
It really has seemed that way. Of course, Bourne has been so far ahead of everybody this entire season in that West Division, but Cotuit, Falmouth, and Wareham in that key race. And we talked a few games ago, I remember how when the Gatemen lost, and it turned out that Cotuit and Falmouth did too, and that's just how it's been over this past stretch. Both teams have been losing. All 3 have had their struggles, and the Gatemen winning 1 last night, picking up some points over their West Division rivals.
Now, Bourne at 18-2-3 doesn't lose. They've won 7 games in a row. They opened the season on an 8-game winning streak, and they just continue to climb further and further into first in the West.
Yeah, Bourne has been unstoppable this season, and they've just, I mean, it's been a historic start to this Cape League season for the Braves. And on the mound, at the plate, they can do everything, and they've just so far away been the strongest team this season. And you know, if you're the Gatemen and it's a different season, this type of season with only 2 of those teams getting into the playoffs from each division, you look at what you have. And Bourne, they've been so much better than every team this season. But fortunately for the Gatemen, no other team has pulled away into second, so they're definitely in that race.
Bourne is 8.5 games ahead of second place Cotuit. But All-Star game on the Cape today, or excuse me, not All-Star game, All-Star announcements on the Cape today. Wareham with 5 All-Stars. We'll go through them really quick. Owen Diodati, the left fielder, who leads the league with 7 home runs. Jimmy Crooks, the catcher and All-Star, great defensively so far this season. Tommy Troy, the smooth second baseman, who will actually make his debut at shortstop today, was an All-Star. And then the 2 pitchers, the lefty Hunter Skillport and another lefty, another lefty, Garrett Schmeltz.
Yeah, really exciting for the Gatemen. 5 members of their team making this All-Star team, and very exciting for all these guys. They've been they've been the standouts for the Gatemen this season. And Hunter Skillport, of course, with his 0.82 ERA and 11 innings pitched, he's been outstanding on the mound. Garrett Schmeltz has been phenomenal as well. And one of the guys we were talking about before was Adam Major, and he's had a great season so far. Didn't make the All-Star team, but a very good sign for the Gatemen. Very exciting for Troy, Diodati, Crooks, Schmeltz, and Skillport tonight.
Hyannis with 3 All-Stars, and the one you'll see in the lineup tonight is the leadoff man, Clark Elliott, the center fielder out of Michigan.
Yeah, Elliott's been fantastic this year. He doesn't have a ton of at-bats, but batting .326, far and away the highest on this Harbor Hawks team. He's been excellent. So certainly some good players on this Harbor Hawks team as well.
Looking around the league, Bourne leading all West Division teams, as you could have guessed. 9 All-Stars for them, and Harwich leading the East with 9 All-Stars. No team other than those 2 had more than 5 All-Stars. We'll step aside for the national anthem and give you starting lineups in a moment on the Gatemen pregame show.
We appreciate and thank the sponsors who support the Cape League and the 10 teams. Our corporate sponsors are the financial backbone of the league. It is with their support that we are able to preserve our long-standing tradition of providing the best family entertainment here on Cape Cod. On behalf of the Wareham Gatemen, the 9 other teams, league officers, and the entire Cape League family, we would like to announce and thank our 2021 corporate sponsors. With much appreciation, we recognize
the Yawkey Foundation, Curry College, Cape Cod Healthcare, the 99 Restaurants, Coca-Cola Bottling of Cape Cod,
Badger Sport, 47 Brand, Cape Cod 5 Cent Savings Bank, Milton Cat, Mosquito Marys,
Fairway Financial, Ocean Spray, Seaside Le Mans, Rogers Gray, Franklin Sports,
Cape Destinations, Sullivan Tire, Cape Cod Times, Kinlan Grover Real Estate, Cape Cod Chamber of Commerce,
Highline Cruises, Sports Picks, On Deck Sports, Barnstable Bat, Hyannis Area Chamber of Commerce,
HP Hood, Sunderland Printing, Axis Bats, Quest Diagnostics, Cape Space. And of course, thank you to Major League Baseball for over 50 years of support.
The Cape Cod Baseball League and the NCAA promote good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We ask for your cooperation and positive support of the participants and officials. Profanity, racial, or sexist comments or any other intimidating actions will not be tolerated. Thank you. We ask parents to keep their children off the roofs of the dugouts, away from the batting cages, and out of the bullpen areas. Please throw rubbish into the barrels and recycle the aluminum cans in special bins located around the park.
Ladies and gentlemen, state law prohibits the use of any tobacco product on school property. Thanks for keeping us in compliance.
Cameras and video cameras are permitted inside Spillane Field for personal photos but cannot be used to reproduce the game, players, or on-field events without the express written permission of the Wareham Gatemen. Use of camera or video equipment must not interfere with other fans' enjoyment of the game.
First pitch coming in a moment on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Jack Sadighian, Owen, Sughrue. Wareham at 8-12-4. A two-game series at McKeon Park against Hyannis, who is 4-19. Hyannis has won 2 games in a row. They've scored 34 runs in their last 4 games, but it'll be the Gatemen hitting first. And on the mound for the Harbor Hawks, Daniel Gill, the left-hander out of Valdosta State.
Yeah, looking forward to seeing Gill tonight. This is his first appearance in a Cape League uniform this season with a 4.77 ERA this past season at Valdosta State in 71 2/3. So he hopes to get things started off on a good note here in Hyannis.
Quick run through the lineup for Wareham. Tres Gonzalez in right field leading off. He's followed by Sean McLean, who's playing second base today. Batting third is Owen Diodati in left field. The cleanup spot, Tommy Troy, who's making his debut at shortstop today. It's followed by the lefty, Kellum Clark, DHing and batting fifth. Batting sixth is Yohani Morales at first. Jack Brannigan seventh at third base. Anthony Frechette, the catcher, in the 8th spot. And Cade Fergus, the center fielder, hitting 9th.
Yeah, a few changes here for the Gatemen lineup. The 7, 8, 9 hitters, Brannigan, Frechette, and Fergus. None of them got the start last night. Also, addition to Kellum Clark, the DH, he didn't get the start last night either. So a few new names for the Gatemen. Crooks, of course, getting a day off after his birthday. It's Frechette in there. And a couple new looks for the Gatemen, and they've been hitting pretty well all the way through.
Tres Gonzalez in the box, and the first pitch to him is a fastball for a strike. 90 miles per hour from Gill. Lefty-lefty matchup. Gonzalez playing right field today. The 0-1 pitch is a breaking ball for strike 2.
I've been really impressed with Gonzalez in this leadoff role. Drawing a lot of walks, now has a team-leading 12 walks, and he's really embraced that in this leadoff role. He's gotten on base a ton.
The 0-2 pitch is fouled away. Gonzalez has reached in 11 of his last 12 games. We interviewed him yesterday. He said he tends to press a little bit more early in the season, but once he settles in, is a lot better at the plate. As the 0-2 pitch is a comebacker for Gill at the mound, has it and underhands it to first for the first out.
It had a funny sound off the bat of Gonzalez. You wonder if that one was a little chip in the bat. Didn't quite get a ton on it. A little weakly hit back to Gill.
1 out, nobody on in the top of the first. Scoreless game between Wareham and Hyannis. And Sean McLean coming to the dish. McLean making his first appearance at second base on the Cape. This is just his 5th game of the Cape League season. The first pitch to him is a fastball down the middle for a strike. Another 90-mile-per-hour pitch.
Yeah, the first home run of the season last night for McLean in the top of the first.
The 0-1 is a fastball inside. McLean in 4 games, 5 for 15 with a homer that he had last night and 3 RBIs. As the 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball low. 2 multi-hit games in those 4. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Lifted to right field. Johnson backing up. Now settles near the wall, makes the catch. 2 away. Still nobody on for Owen Diodati, the left fielder. He is now the sole home in the CCBL. Has 7 after his 2-run homer last night, and he's tied for first with 20 RBIs. First pitch to...
There's that breaking ball we see from so many pitchers to Diodati now, and Diodati seems to be figuring things back out. Had an explosive start, a little bit of a cold streak, and now he's back on it.
The 0-1 pitch is low and outside. Diodati, 2 home runs, 5 RBIs in his last 4 games. 2 outs, nobody on. Scoreless game in the top of the first. The 1-1 is a fastball on the outer half for a strike. One-two pitch, swung on and missed. Got him with the breaking ball. It's a 1-2-3 inning to start for Gill in his Cape League debut. And we head to the last of the first. Hyannis bats in a moment.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League and for refreshing yourself with ice-cold Coca-Cola products. Please remember to recycle your empty bottles, cans, and all other recyclable materials. It takes only 6 recycled plastic bottles to make a new baseball cap.
The 99 Restaurant and Pub is proud to be a sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Visit your local 99 and try their famous colossal lobster rolls. Piled high on grilled brioche and served hot buttered or with just the right amount of mayo and celery with fries and coleslaw. The 99, always the real deal. Badger Sport is a leading provider of superior quality team uniforms and performance athletic wear, including performance t-shirts, fleeces, shorts, and pants. From the fields to the stands and at every practice along the way, Founders Sport Group makes authentic, quality apparel accessible at the speed of the sport. Visit foundersport.com today.
Scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first on the Gatemen Baseball Network. And on the mound for the Gatemen is Christian Rubeck out of Oklahoma, the right-hander we've seen a lot of this summer, Owen.
Sure have. This is the 6th appearance of the season for Rubeck. He started once before. He has a 2.89 ERA so far this season and 9 1/3 innings pitched with 11 strikeouts. His last outing 5 days ago went 2 innings, gave up 1 run with 3 strikeouts. So he gets the start here tonight.
Typical from Rubeck, 92 to 94 mile per hour fastball, a curveball, slider, and a change. Lineup for the Harbor Hawks, Clark Elliott, named All-Star today, leading things off. He's playing center field. Shortstop Kyle Ball at second. Luke Mann, the DH, third. Nick Romano at first base. Mason Greer, the switch hitter, batting fifth, playing third. Ryan Proto batting sixth and catching. Seventh, Dominic Johnson in right field. Eighth, Mitchell Hardigan in left field. And ninth, Ryan Romano, Nick Romano's brother, at second base. Clark Elliott starting to work his way into the left-handed batter's box. Scoreless game. Bottom of the first inning. Elliott, the only man in the lineup for Hyannis that was named an All-Star today. First pitch to him is a fastball outside.
And he certainly deserved that. Again, we mentioned not too many at-bats. He's only with 43 so far in the season, but batting .326, a double, a homer already.
That pitch fouled straight back. Now a ball and a strike to Elliott. He's on a 7-game hit streak, Owen, and 6 of those 7 games were multi-hit games. So he may have been a late arrival on the Cape, but he's been the best hitter so far this summer for Hyannis. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball for a strike on the inner half at 94 miles per hour.
Nice fastball there from Rubeck. Got Elliott to away from it. He thought it was inside. Beautiful, right on the inside corner.
Here's the 1-2. It's grounded to the right side. Diving stop by Troy, but he has no play. Tommy Troy making his debut at shortstop today. A nice stop on the bouncing ball up the middle, but unable to get a throw off to first.
Yeah, Troy's so good in that middle infield, and a great diving stop just to stop that one from going through the infield, but had to dive and landed on his stomach, so it would have been a tough transition to try to make the throw over to Morales at first base. So after all that, Elliott's aboard.
Scoreless in the bottom of the first. Elliott, the first base runner of the game, with the leadoff single for Hyannis. Kyle Ball, the shortstop, at the plate now, and the first pitch to the right-hander is lifted foul over the right side. Ball hitting 167 with no homers and 7 RBIs. He is on a 5-game hit streak, including 2 RBIs last night. Throw over to first to check on Elliott. Defensively for Wareham, Diodati in left field, Ferguson center, Gonzalez in right. Down to first, it's Yohandy Morales, Sean McLean at second, Tommy Troy at short, Jack Brannigan at third, and Anthony Frechette behind the plate. 0-1 pitch to Ball is a fastball for a strike.
Another nice inside fastball there from Rubik, and some interesting changes and also some things that have remained consistent. Morales we've seen at first base quite a bit over these past few games, making that transition from the left side of the infield.
His third game at first as the 0-2 is lifted to center field. Fergus backing up to the wall, now tracks forward to make the catch. Elliott holds at first, now 1 out in the last of the first, scoreless at McKeon Park.
Yeah, good example of your first step always being back as an outfielder. Fergus was very conservative there, made sure to back up a few steps, and then ended up having to charge in more than it seemed like he initially thought, about 8 or 10 steps in, but able to make the catch after that.
The DH Luke Mann to the plate. Righty-lefty matchup. First pitch to Mann is a fastball high and inside. Mann from Missouri. 262 hitter, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs. Those RBIs are tied for 6th in the league. Last night he was 3 for 5 with a home run and 5 RBIs. Hyannis beat Orleans 13-1. You mentioned in the open, Owen, they've had 34 runs in the last 4 games. Offense that has suddenly come to life after being one of the worst in the league. The 1-0 pitch is popped up into deep left field. That backs Diodati pretty far up. He'll make the catch.
Yeah, that one was well struck there from Mann. That one looked like it had a chance for a second. That left field fence at 315 to the corner down the left field line. So Diodati was pretty far back there when he made the catch toward that warning track.
2 outs. Clark Elliott on first. Scoreless in the bottom of the first. And Nick Romano, the first baseman out of UCF, coming to the plate. Made his debut last night on the Cape. Was 1 for 4 with an RBI and also drew a walk. First pitch to him, grounded through the right side for a hit. Elliott's going to hold up at second. Now 2 hits on the inning for Hyannis, and runners at first and second with 2 outs. We're still scoreless with the switch hitter Mason Greer coming to the plate. Greer playing third base today. He's heading to Missouri State this fall. Hitting 127 on the Cape League season, no homers or RBIs. He'll hit lefty against the righty Rubek. First pitch to Greer, check swing, he went around.
Before transferring to Missouri State this fall, Greer spending this past season at McLennan College, like we talked about. Crooks has done as well, batted .326 this past season.
The 0-1 pitch is poked foul to the backstop. Yeah, McLennan Community College in Waco, Texas. See a lot of good products out of there. Greer hit .326 with 17 home runs and 66 RBIs. Put his name in the transfer portal, got picked up by Missouri State. 2 on, 2 outs. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Rubek blows a fastball by Greer at 93 miles per hour. Gives up 2 hits but leaves 2 stranded. We're scoreless as we head to the second on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Come on over to BB's Bar and Grill for food, drinks, and fun. Located on Cranberry Highway, come in to sample the delicious eats or relax with a drink while enjoying live entertainment. BB's is one of our team meal partners.
With professional coaches that provide personalized world-class baseball training, Baseball Factory helps every player take his game to the next level. Get a pro evaluation by calling 877-752-6025.
One of the area's best restaurants is located right up the street, Brewfish Bar and Eatery. Brewfish offers 20 rotating craft beers on tap and creative pub food. Check out their off-the-menu brunch with a Bloody Mary bar and $5 mimosas on Sundays. Join us for outdoor dining and drinks under the tent or for live music. Located on Route 105 in Marion.
Cape Cod Healthcare is committed to coordinating and delivering the highest quality healthcare services which enhance the health of all Cape Cod residents and visitors. You can expect this level of patient-centered care throughout our entire healthcare system.
Imagine waking up to a seaside breeze, a fishing fleet leaving for work, and a crimson sun rising over seals relaxing on the sandbars. This is the experience of
Welcome back to McKeon Park. Scoreless as we head to the top of the second. Tommy Troy, Kellum Clark, and Yohandy Morales, the 4-5-6 hitters coming up for Wareham. Daniel Gill went 1-2-3 in the first.
Well, Troy leading things off. He was on fire last night at the plate, 4 for 4 with a walk, batting .290 on the season now with a double, 3 triples, a homer, and 7 RBI.
Shows bunt and pulls back on the first pitch as a missed inside. Troy named an all-star today. He's making his debut at shortstop. That pitch hammered to right center field. Johnson running back on it, and this one is gone. Troy's second home run of the season. And the solo shot is the first run of the game. 1-0 Wareham in the second.
A great opposite field home run there from Tommy Troy. Just kept carrying over there in right field. The wind blowing very weakly in that direction, not getting much help from the wind. That one just well struck and lifted it right over that right field fence.
Kellum Clark coming to the plate. First pitch to him is a fastball for a strike. Clark has struggled thus far on the Cape, hitting .167, no homers, and an RBI as that pitch is fouled back to make it 0-2 to the DH, Kellum Clark.
Clark at DH, seen him at first base as well.
Came from Mississippi State with Cameron James. 0-2 pitch is lined hard into left field for a base hit. Low line drive gets between second and third. And Kellum Clark follows up Troy's home run with a base hit. Still nobody out in the top of the second. It's 1-0 Wareham.
Well, good start here to the second inning for Wareham. Went 1-2-3 in the first, and the home run from Troy, single from Clark. It's been a different story here in the second.
Yohandy Morales to the plate now. The first pitch to the right-handed hitter is roped into right field. Fair ball. Clark around second. He's into third safely. Morales a stand-up double. A home run, a single, and a double to start off the second. Wareham has 2 in scoring position for Jack Brannigan and a 1-0 lead.
Well, if only Brannigan could get a triple and complete the cycle here in the second, but a fantastic start to this inning. Good first pitch double from Morales. Took that one opposite field too, similar to Troy's home run, and a couple feet to the left of that right field foul line. So he's had his offensive struggles so far this season too, and a great start to his night here in Hyannis.
Jack Brannigan playing third today. First pitch to the righty is a breaking ball low for ball 1. Brannigan's average has jumped up 107 points in his last 5 games. Over that 5-game span, 7 for 16 with a double and an RBI. He's now hitting .250 on the season. 1-0 pitch, hit him. Fastball at 90 miles per hour catches Brannigan in the back. And the bases are loaded. Still nobody out in the top of the second. It's 1-0 Wareham. And Anthony Frechette, the catcher, is coming to the plate.
Yeah, quick visit here from catcher Ryan Proto to Gill. Gill looked pretty comfortable in that first inning, and Gatemen have been all over him here in the second. So just a quick check-in from Proto, try to get Gill to calm down, relax a little bit, facing the 8 and 9 hitters up next here for Wareham.
Give you a quick look at Hyannis' defense. Didn't get a chance to say it in the first. Hardigan in left field, Elliott in center, Johnson in right, Nick Romano at first, his brother Ryan at second, Kyle Ball at short, Mason Greer at third, as the first pitch to Frechette is fouled back, and Ryan Proto behind the plate.
Not too common, my guess, to have two brothers on the same team, let alone on the right side, same side of the infield. Pretty cool here for the Romanos.
0-1 pitch is a breaking ball high and outside. Frechette at the plate with the bases loaded in the top of the second. Nobody out, and Wareham already a 1-run lead following Troy's solo shot to right. That pitch a fastball upstairs, and it's now 2-1 to Frechette. He's played 4 games for Wareham this summer, he's 2 for 13 so far, and has drawn a walk. 2-1 pitch, fastball for a strike on the inner half.
Yeah, Frechette mostly a contact hitter, batted .265 this past season at GW, 5 doubles and 1 home run.
2-2, breaking ball, missed inside. Full count for Anthony Frechette. Big pitch coming with the bases loaded. Gill from the windup, and that pitch is chopped foul at Hyannis' dugout on the third base side. Second payoff pitch coming to Frechette. Here it is. Line to the left side on a hop. Elliott has it, goes to second for 1. The throw to first, not in time. Clark scores on the play, and it's 2-0 Wareham.
Yeah, quick thinking there from Ball, trying to decide where to go with it. I think it would have been a really tough throw home to try to get Clark. So Wise there to throw to second, and just not able to quite turn 2 quick enough. So Gatemen do get an out, but one more run here in the second.
Morales now the base runner on third. Frechette at first. And Cade Fergus, the 9-hitter, at the plate. His first pitch from Gill is lifted foul. Gets out of play over the right side. Fergus in center field today. .257 hitter. A solo home run on June 25th against Orleans is his only RBI of the season. Oh, 0-1 to Fergus. The pitch from the stretch. A fastball for a strike on the inside half of the plate.
In addition to that home run, Fergus has one of each, a double, triple, and of course that RBI from the solo home run.
2-0 Wareham. 0-2 is in the dirt, blocked up well by Proto. Frechette heads for second, and he's there without a throw. Runners on second and third now for Wareham.
Good decision there from Proto. Tempting when you see that runner going to second to try to throw across, but of course, with Morales on third, probably would have scored him. So a good play from Proto to keep it in front of him, and then also good discipline to not throw over to second to try to get Frechette.
Frechette over to second on what's scored as a wild pitch. A ball and 2 strikes to Fergus. Infield playing up now. The 1-2 pitch is a breaking ball low. Two balls and 2 strikes to the center fielder, Cade Fergus. The pitch from Gill. Missed inside. Full count.
Gill definitely having some trouble here finding the zone. In that first inning, again, he looked very comfortable, a 1-2-3 inning, but giving up 3 hits, and Brannigan reaching, it was the first 4 batters of this inning reached for Wareham, so a little bit shakier.
Payoff pitch, grounded foul. That one at Hyannis' dugout on the third base side. So still a full count for Cade Fergus. Runners on second and third, 1 away in the top of the second. Wareham already with 2 runs in the inning. 1 off a Frechette fielder's choice. As the payoff pitch is low and outside to walk Fergus. Bases loaded again. The other run was off a Tommy Troy shot to right field to lead off the inning. But with 1 out, the bases are loaded yet again. Tres Gonzalez coming to the plate. He grounded out to second his first time up. First pitch to Gonzalez. Check swing. He did not go around on a breaking ball. That was low and outside. So a 1-0 count for Gonzalez.
It's been a lot of breaking balls this inning from Gill. More fastballs, I would say, in the first inning, and especially that last at-bat to Fergus, trying to get him to chase. He didn't.
That pitch, a fastball for a strike on the outer half. Now 1-1 to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, the 7th batter of the inning, as that pitch is chopped down the first base line. Gill struggling to get it, and it gets away. Gonzalez safe at first. Morales scores as the ball stays in the infield grass. Finally picked up by Nick Romano, but too late to make a play. 3-0 Wareham, and the base is still loaded.
You know, that one took a huge bounce off of that dirt in the circle around home plate off of the bat of Gonzalez. So looked awkward, but not an easy play, certainly for Gill.
And we're going to have a mound visit. Gary Calhoun, the manager for Hyannis, spent 28 seasons at Hillsborough Community College, 12 seasons in minor league baseball. And the play that just occurred was ruled a base hit for Gonzalez. That brought in Morales. Gill will stay on the mound following the meeting. Sean McLean coming to the plate. McLean, the 8th batter of the inning. It's 3-0 Wareham, and the bases are loaded with 1 out. Frechette on third, Fergus on second, Gonzalez on first. McLean in the batter's box. First pitch to the right-handed hitter is a fastball for a strike on the high inside corner. McLean flew out to right his first time up. The lefty Gill from the windup fires in a breaking ball. That swung on and missed. Quickly 0-2 to McLean.
That last pitch, that looks like the breaking ball that Gill has been searching for. Got McLean to chase. Of course, McLean hitting very well in these past few at-bats. So good pitch there from Gill. That one with some good dip action.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. That hit McLean. That'll bring in a run. 4-0 Wareham. Second batter hit in the inning. And Gill is struggling. Diodati coming to the plate. He'll be the 9th hitter of the inning. It's 4-0 Wareham. The bases are loaded with only 1 out. Lefty-lefty matchup here. First pitch to Diodati is a breaking ball that misses upstairs. One 1-0 pitch, cut on and missed, another breaking ball.
Yeah, Owen Diodati certainly not the first batter that Gil would choose in this lineup to face when he's having an inning like this. Base is still loaded.
The 1-1 is a comebacker that gets between Gil's legs. Fergus scores, flipped to second, and the throw on to first. Not in time. Got the out at second. That got in between the wickets of Gil. It was scooped up by Ball. The shortstop got it to Ryan Romano, the second baseman, who sent it on to his brother Nick at first. And that was not in time. So a 6-4 fielder's choice. Runners on the corners now. And it's 5-0 Wareham. 2 away for Tommy Troy, who led off the inning. First pitch to him is skied into foul territory on the right side. Nick Romano backing up, and he's able to make the catch in shallow right field, straddling the foul line for the third out. 5 runs for Wareham off of 4 hits, a walk, and 2 hit batsmen. 2 runners left on base. 5-0. Gatemen, strong start. Bottom of the second in a moment.
Cape Cod Healthcare offers a comprehensive array of medical services delivered by top-notch teams of healthcare providers. Their physicians provide the best evidence-based and proven medicine at their state-of-the-art facilities. If you need them, they'll be there.
Cape Cod Coca-Cola thanks you for supporting the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cape Cod Coca-Cola has been proudly refreshing the community for over 30 years. And we're honored to support the Cape Cod Baseball League and many other wonderful organizations on the Cape.
Five runs for Wareham in the top of the second off of 4 hits. 10 batters come up in the frame. And we head to the bottom of the second with a 5-run lead. And Christian Rubeck still on the mound. He'll start off against the righty Ryan Proto. The first pitch is a fastball low for ball 1.
Yeah, Proto was in the lineup last time Gateman played here. Hasn't played too many games for Hyannis, 17 at bats.
That pitch is a bouncing ball to the left side. Troy has it. His throw to first, picked nicely by Morales for the first out.
Smooth play from Yo-Yo. Pretty good throw from Troy, just a little short. And Morales with, I don't want to say exaggerated, that's not the right word, but as he gets a little nod from Gonzalez in right field. Nice scoop over there at first base.
1 out, nobody on for Dominic Johnson, the right fielder. Johnson from Oklahoma State, played in 5 games for the Cowboys this past season. He has 3 RBIs in his last 4 games and is on a 4-game hit streak. The first pitch to him is a breaking ball that gets to the backstop for ball 1. Wareham snapped a 6-game losing streak last night. An 8-1 win over Chatham and up 5-0 here in the bottom of the second at McKeon Park. The 1-0 pitch is a fastball low. A Hyannis team that scored a lot of runs recently. The 2-0 pitch is lifted into right field. Long run for Gonzalez near the foul line. He dropped it. Johnson scoots into second. But that ball popped in and out of Gonzalez's glove right by the foul line in right field. And Johnson's aboard in scoring position with 1 away in the last of the second.
Just a funny play in right field. Gonzalez looked like he had it the whole way, wasn't sprinting over there. Looked like he didn't want to overrun it, but just off the end of his glove, and ends up resulting in Johnson at second base.
A rare mistake from the outfielder Tres Gonzalez. He's usually in center. First pitch now to the left-handed hitter Mitchell Hardigan is a fastball low. Hardigan from FAU had a big night last night, 3 for 4 with an RBI, also drew a walk. 5-0 Wareham in the last of the second. Rubeck a look over to second where Dominic Johnson is, and Hardigan calls for time. Hardigan, a 3-year starter in the outfield for Florida Atlantic. Started 54 games this past season. The 1-0 pitch is a fastball low and inside. 2 balls and no strikes now to Hardigan. Two-0 pitch from the belt. A fastball for a strike at the knees.
Hardigan ranked 3rd on the team this past season at FAU with a .318 batting average, .206 coming into tonight here in the Cape League.
Johnson a large leadoff second. 2-1 pitch, a chopper to the right side. Morales has it. Rubeck will cover the bag and get the toss for the second out. Johnson advances to third. Three-one put out. 5-0 Wareham in the last of the second. The 9-hitter Ryan Romano coming to the plate. Dominic Johnson, the lone base runner at third for the Harbor Hawks. First pitch to Ryan Romano is a fastball for a strike on the outer half. Pumped in at 94. Ryan Romano out of FSU. His brother plays for UCF, hitting cleanup today. As that pitch is fouled off. Quickly 0-2 to Ryan Romano. Hitting 200 with 5 RBIs on the season. Ryan has struggled with strikeouts. And 22 strikeouts and 57 plate appearances. Here's the 0-2 pitch. The fastball just outside.
Well, Rubeck looking for one there. That fastball trying to get Romano either to chase or catch it on the outside corner. Just missed a little bit low and away.
Johnson, the lone base runner on third, reached there via an error by the right fielder Tres Gonzalez. 1-2 pitch. A fastball low and outside. Defense playing straight up for Ryan Romano. Righty-righty matchup. 2 outs. Here's the 2-2. Hot shot to third, caught by Brannigan. A line drive right at the glove of Jack Brannigan. That will retire the second inning. 5-0 Wareham. Hyannis leaves a base runner on third. We head to the third inning on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, including new majors in sport and recreational management, graphic design, marketing, and computer science, online at www.currycollege.edu. Whether you are
Curry College is where you go to become anything you want. Curry prepares students to engage in successful careers with learning beyond the classroom. Explore undergraduate programs, NCAA Division III athletics, and continuing education and graduate studies, including fifth-year master's programs at www.curry.edu.
Gatemen score 5 in the top of the second. That's where we stand. Owen Sughrue and Jack Sadighian here in Hyannis. It's 5-0 Gatemen, and it's a new pitcher on the mound for the Harbor Hawks. It's Angus McCloskey, the right-hander out of Pace.
Yeah, good ERA so far, 2.57 in 6 appearances. He's thrown 7 innings, given up 8 hits, 6 walks, and has 5 strikeouts. He pitched against Wareham on the 11th. That was a 12-1 win for the Gatemen. He threw an inning, gave up 2 runs, 1 of those earned off of 2 hits and 2 walks. Faced 7 batters.
Been a good outing so far from Christian Rubeck. No runs so far through 2. Gatemen with Kellum Clark leading things off here in the top of the third. It was Tommy Troy who finished things off for the Gatemen in the last of the second, and he homered to get the scoring started. After Troy, Clark, Morales, Frechette, and Fergus all scored.
Yeah, 10 batters in the frame, and Troy set the tone. He homered, then Clark singled, Morales doubled, and all 3 of them ended up scoring.
So the lefty Clark at DH tonight settles in. He singled in the second. Home plate umpire asking for music to be shut off. The Christmas in July theme, it's really not a joke. It's been Christmas music all throughout warm-ups, and even at times during the game. You don't hear that too often. This time, home plate umpire asking for it to be turned off. His first pitch is a fastball to Clark that misses low and inside. And the 1-0 from McCloskey. That's a big sweeping breaking ball that stays up high for ball 2.
67 miles per hour. Looked like a changeup from McCloskey.
2-0 goes back to the fastball. That one hits home plate. The scoop from Proto. We're at 3-0 here to Clark.
Clark, a nice base hit his first time up. Hard hit line drive the other way to left field.
3-0. Misses outside. It's 4 straight balls to Clark. He's aboard for the second time tonight with a leadoff walk here in the third.
Well, him and Cameron James have struggled to get going, the 2 Mississippi State guys. Good to see Clark with 2 good at-bats to start the game. And it's nice to see the Wareham bats performing, Owen. The 6-game losing streak, that was the main problem. Only 12 runs over 6 games. And Wareham didn't have a lot of base runners as the first pitch to Yohandy Morales misses outside.
It's 1-0 to Morales, who doubled in the second and then scored. Throw over to Romano at first from McCloskey to check on Clark. And though Clark has had his struggles, Don Stend and the Gatemen still finding a way for him to get in the lineup, of course, at DH tonight. So they trust him up there as Yohandy takes a fastball low and outside for ball 2.
Yeah, and he struggled at first. He had 2 errors and a 5-4 loss to Orleans a few days ago. So smart to have him DH.
2-0 misses way up high. Morales backs out of that one. And Proto looked like he thought about going to have a visit with McCloskey, but just got past the dirt and a little bit of a longer throw back to the pitcher, so that lets him reset. It's been 7 straight balls to start things off here in the top of the third. Pitch to Morales. That's a fastball in there for a strike. The first one in this inning, it's 3-1 to the first baseman from Miami.
Yeah, takes on all the way on that pitch. Should have the green light here, 3-1 if he gets a strike.
Another check over on Clark. That one a little bit closer, but Clark's still back in safely.
Good pickoff move from McCloskey. Wareham saw a great pickoff move last night against Bryce Osmond. Picked off Tommy Troy at first.
3-1 misses low and outside. So 8 of the first 9 pitches for McCloskey are balls. And Morales reaches on a walk. And Clark heads to second for Jack Brannigan.
We've got a mound visit coming.
Gary Calhoun will have a quick visit for McCloskey. It was a shaky inning last inning for Gill. Only smooth inning for the Harbor Hawks so far has been that top of the first, and we're certainly early here in the third, but perhaps that's part of the problem.
Well, it was nice that Wareham was able to avoid Adrian Saravo today. He's pitched 2 out of the 3 games against Wareham so far this season and done a tremendous job. He was named an All-Star today, one of Hyannis' 3. But the game he didn't pitch, Wareham put up 12 runs last time against Hyannis, and now without him on the mound again, Harbor Hawks running into tons of trouble early.
Saravo has been fantastic on the mound for the Harbor Hawks. Highest inning count of any current pitcher on the Hyannis staff in 20 2/3. And 14 strikeouts, doesn't have too many, but just a 1.74 ERA. He has been excellent. So manager Gary Calhoun heads back to the Harbor Hawks dugout. First pitch coming to Brannigan. That one catches the inside corner, so it's 0-1. Brannigan was hit by a pitch last inning, and he was sent back to the dugout after a force out as he was on his way to second. The 0-1, that's a swing and a miss from Brannigan, so he's down 0-2. Morales on first and Clark on second. No outs here in the top of the third. Brannigan batting .250 coming into tonight with a double and 1 RBI. He's been better at the plate in these past few games. He had his struggles to start the season. Not uncommon. Big breaking ball from McCloskey. Stays just up high. It's 1-2. We talked about the transition to wood bats being such a factor for a lot of these hitters. So lots of them with a little bit of a shaky start to the season, and then they find their rhythm. The 1-2. Clark on his way to third. That one gets past Proto. So Clark reaches third and Morales reaches second. They're both in scoring position. It's now 2-2 to Brannigan.
Well, that one will probably be scored a wild pitch, but one Proto would like to have back. Probably should have went and tried to block it instead of just sticking his glove out.
Proto shook his head as he was on his way back to retrieve that one. Looked like he had a similar thought, Jack. He wished he'd had it. Count even at 2 to Brannigan. And he pops this one into shallow right field. That one will drop. It's over the head of Ryan Romano, the second baseman. And the throw in from Dominic Johnson to McCloskey. So Clark scores. Morales is on third off of a single from Brannigan.
Runs keep coming in for Wareham. Knuckleball into right field for Brannigan, and he gets it to drop. He'll take it. His second RBI of the season. Runners on the corners in another mound meeting for McCloskey. It's been a tough go for Hyannis pitching so far. Looks like we're going to see a change.
And we'll be back with the new pitcher for the Harbor Hawks. Gatemen leading 6-0 after already scoring 1 here in the third. We'll be back in a few moments on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Clobbered high and deep to right center field, and this one is gone. A home run.
That home run's brought to you by Eastern Propane and Oil. Another scholarship for a deserving youth. Eastern Propane and Oil, we're in your neighborhood.
Feel the power of a GMC. Test drive one today at Robertson's GMC, down on Cranberry Highway.
Wareham House of Pizza has been serving Wareham and Marion for over 40 years with steak and cheese, pizza, and subs. Located in Shaw's Plaza, head on over for pickup or let them deliver to you. Located on the Cape Cod Canal, Keystone Place at Buzzards Bay is the area's newest rental independent living, assisted living, and memory care community. With some of the area's largest apartments and an ultra-inclusive monthly service package, Keystone Place is a life-fulfilling retirement community unlike any other. Discover Keystone Place, the best option in Cape Cod.
Welcome back to McKeon Park. Still no outs here in the top of the third. And it's Anthony Brush on the mound, the right-hander for the Harbor Hawks.
Austin Brush, Owen.
Thank you, Jack. My apologies.
From Dayton. Don't mean to step on your toes.
No, I appreciate it. We should get that right as Frechette lines one into the gap between left and center. Morales coming in to score. Brannigan on his way home. And he'll score standing up. So a tough start for Austin Brush off the RBI double from Anthony Frechette.
Well, this is Brush's Cape League debut, and he's welcomed by a roped double to left center from Anthony Frechette, his first extra base hit on the Cape. 2 runs come in. It's now 8-0 Wareham.
Well, not very kind of Anthony Frechette to welcome Rush.
Both those runs, though, will be charged to McCloskey.
First pitch to Cade Fergus is a breaking ball that looked close but stayed just up high, so it's 1-0 to the center fielder from George Washington.
Austin Brush coming off his freshman season at Dayton, 8.74 ERA in 12 appearances through 11 1/3. Did have 15 strikeouts. It's Frechette on second. The first pitch is a fastball, and Fergus lines that into left field. Frechette holds up at third, so it's runners on the corners. Still no outs. In the top of the third, we head back to the top of the order. It's Tres Gonzalez. Gatemen bats have been on fire in the second and the third inning here. Well, Hyannis now on their third pitcher in the third inning, but it's not helping. So far this inning, 2 walks, 2 base hits, and a double for Wareham. They're back to the top of the lineup for the third time now. 10 hitters in the last inning. This is the 6th hitter of this inning.
First pitch to Gonzalez, misses low and outside. That one looked close as well, but that one's a ball, so it's 1-0. Gonzalez singled in the second and grounded out to the pitcher in the first. He lines this one into left field. Moving to his left is Hardigan. He makes the catch and fires back to the shortstop. Frechette able to tag up from third. So yet another run for the Gatemen. They're on top 9-0 now. In the top of the third, it brings up Sean McLean. So the RBI sac fly from Gonzalez adds another for the Gatemen early.
Well, that's the first run that counts against, the second run that counts against Brush.
First pitch to second baseman Sean McLean is a breaking ball that misses outside. It's 1-0. McLean takes a fastball low and inside for ball 2. The 5, 6, and 8 hitters, that's Clark, Morales, and Frechette, have all already scored twice here for Wareham. 2-0 to McLean. That fastball misses up high. It's 3-0. Excuse me, Jack.
Wareham's season high is 10 runs. They have 9 in the third. 12 runs.
McLean fouls that one off toward the Harbor Hawks dugout.
Those 12 runs were against Hyannis 8 days ago.
McLean rips that one into center field. Moving to his left is Elliott. He makes the catch for out number 2. Fergus retreats back to first.
Yeah, McLean got caught a little bit in on the hands. Didn't have a lot of juice on that fly ball. 2 straight outs for Austin Brush. It's a good sign.
So back to Owen Diodati, the left fielder out of Alabama. First pitch to Owen, misses outside.
Important to note, Hyannis just a few days ago on Friday.
And it's very, very gentle breeze blowing out to right center.
Wind was blowing in last time we were here.
2-0 to Troy. It's a fastball that catches the outside corner. It's 2-1. Two one from Brush, just misses inside. It's 3-1 now for Troy.
Brush has a pretty good changeup. He's just struggled to throw for strikes today.
The 3-1 coming, and that's popped way up high into shallow left. Moving back is the shortstop, Kyle Ball. He makes the catch for out number 3. Gatemen add 4 more in the top of the third. They're on top 9-0 when we come back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
One of the Gatemen's favorite places for their post-game meals is Cool Cone, where you can get anything from fried clams and fried chicken to an ice cream sundae, and then top it all off with a round of mini golf. Cool Cone, located on Route 6 on the Wareham-Marion line.
The law firm of Lang, Exifaris, and Bullard, providing families and businesses in the greater New Bedford community with legal services for 40 years. We look forward to serving you. For an appointment, call 508-992-1270. We invite you to learn more about the law firm of Lang, Exifaris, and Bullard by visiting our website, lxblaw.com.
Legacy Insurance Agency at 213 Main Street here in Wareham can offer you coverage for all your insurance.
We enter the bottom of the third. Gatemen on top 9-0. It was an explosive second and third inning for the Gatemen. They scored 5 and 4 respectively. And that's where we stand entering the bottom of the third. Back to the top of the order for the Harbor Hawks. It's Clark Elliott, the center fielder out of Michigan, leading things off.
Yeah, 9 runs in those 2 innings, 19 batters.
First pitch to Elliott, misses low and inside.
Elliott named an All-Star today despite his late arrival on the Cape this summer. He's been fantastic.
Swings and misses on the 1-0. Gets a foul tip into the glove of Frechette, so the count's even at 1.
Born 9 All-Stars. Massive amount.
And that one's in there for a strike. Yeah, that entire Bourne team basically feels like an all-star team, right? Reminds me of...
So far this summer, at least. But for each division, 1 all-star for each position, and then 3 utility players that are named all-stars.
1-2 misses low and outside. That Bourne team reminds me of some of those Golden State Warrior teams with Durant and Curry and Thompson, where it just feels like they all could be there.
Then you've got 12 pitchers that are all-stars as well. Bourne placing 5 pitchers on the all-star staff.
2-2 swing and a miss from Elliott. Second strikeout of the night for Rubeck. There's one away in the bottom of the third for Kyle Ball.
And out of the 5 All-Stars, Wareham's seen 4 of them this summer. That's a big reason that they've been shut out 2 out of 3 times they've played Bourne.
Fantastic on both ends. The first pitch to the shortstop out of Stetson, Kyle Ball. That's in there for strike 1. The 0-1, he grounds that foul toward the Gatemen bullpen, past the Gatemen dugout on this right field line. Ball's 0 for 1. He flied out to Ferguson center in his first at bat in the first. The 0-2, that's just fouled.
Bummed that there will be no All-Star game this season. Of course, 2020 was canceled, but the big talk for this season after they decided they were going to play.
That one's grounded to Brannigan at third base. Nice backhand from Brannigan. Good throw over to Morales at first for out number 2. Yeah, Wareham, an excellent venue for an All-Star game, giving their seating capacity. So they've hosted it, I know, several times.
And they would have been the host this season. But ultimately, after deciding to play, the Cape League deciding against an All-Star game. There will also be an all-Cape League team released at the end of the season. I'm not sure if that'll be divisionally based or league-based.
First pitch to Luke Mann, the DH from Mizzou. He swings and misses. Count goes to 0-1. Mann flied out to right in the first. Another swing and a miss from the DH. It's 0-2. Pitch from Rubeck. He goes back to the fastball. That one misses low. So it's 1-2. Man, like you mentioned earlier, Jack exploded last night. 5 RBI. He takes the 1-2. Another fastball from Rubeck. That one at 93. A little bit inside.
Just barely. Good pitch. Man's now spent 3 seasons at Miami, Owen. Starter at third base this past season.
He sends a chopper foul past the Gatemen dugout.
He was a standout in high school. Vianney High School. Graduated in 2018. He was Missouri's Gatorade Player of the Year that year.
And he swings and misses on the 2-2. So a 1-2-3 inning, 2 strikeouts for Christian Rubeck. Gatemen still leading 9-0 after 3 at McKeon Park here on the Gatemen Baseball Network. We enter the top of the 4th at McKeon Park. Owen Sughrue and Jack Sadighian, Gatemen on top 9-0. As you look to the scoreboard, let's see War, shortened for Wareham, and Hawks. Warhawks on the scoreboard. Pretty cool. It was Warm and Brew.
Yeah.
In Brewster. So scoreboard workers getting creative here on our away stand for 4 games this week.
Yeah, somebody sitting behind me goes, "Who's Warm?" It's like that's Wareham. I think they just wanted to write Warm Brew up there.
Warm Brew. Warhawks. I like that one here. First pitch to Clark. That's in there for strike 1.
And a great start for Wareham, up 9-0 already, Owen. Bats have been good.
The 0-1 to Clark misses low and inside after a 1-2-3 first inning. 5 in the second, 4 in the third. It's 1-1 to Clark. He takes a fastball up high. And largely, the bulk of that offense coming from the 4-hitter Tommy Troy on. Clark,
Yes.
Morales, Brannigan, Frechette, and Fergus. Swing and a miss from Clark, evens the count at 2.
Nice to see, though. Wareham needs both in this 2-game series against Hyannis. I think they win tonight and win tomorrow night, and there's a good chance we're in second or at least tied for second.
Swing and a miss for strike 3 from Clark. Pretty amazing, given that in the 6-game losing streak, Wareham in a very good position to be in second after tonight and tomorrow.
Well, we talked about in the open, nobody wants second. Katuitt riding a 3-game losing streak. They trail Orleans 5-1 in the top of the 8th right now. And Falmouth, 4 games in a row they've dropped.
Tough stretch for all 3 teams, vying for second place in this West Division behind Bourne as Morales takes a breaking ball low for ball 1. And he foul tips the second one, and Proto will take a minute. That one hit him, and home plate umpire calling for the training staff from Hyannis dugout to come and check on Proto.
I did not see where it hit Proto. He is very slow to move, still on 2 knees.
Proto went down as soon as that one hit him. Sounded to me, I didn't see either, but sounds to me like that hit him somewhere in either maybe the chest protector or something. Sounded like it hit some type of shield.
It looks like he's all right.
So a good sign. As Proto quickly checks in with Austin Brush, his pitcher. And he and Morales share a laugh, so another good sign. Count even at 1 for Morales as everyone gets settled back into their positions. One out, nobody on. The 1-1 coming to Morales. That one's a breaking ball in there on the inside corner for strike 2.
Good changeup. That's Brush's best pitch.
And that one misses low. So the count even at 2. Morales out of Braddock High School in Miami. Staying very local, attending the U. And at 2-2, he swings and misses. So 2 straight strikeouts for Clark and Morales, both off of a swing. So it's Brannigan up next with 2 outs.
Encouraging sign for Brush, back-to-back strikeouts. Got roughed up a little bit in his first Cape League inning. Came in for McCloskey, who didn't even record an out in the 3rd. Then immediately gave up a couple hits and 2 earned runs.
Brannigan fouls the first one up and over the right field bleachers. It's 0-1. Brannigan was hit by a pitch in the 2nd, and he was thrown out on a force out on his way to 2nd. And then he singled in the 3rd and ended up scoring.
He's been great over the last 6 games now.
And he fouls another one off, nearly identical up and over the right field bleachers here in Hyannis. Good healthy crowd here in Hyannis. Looks like the crowds have been picking up as the season has gone on. And
had a huge one last night in Chatham, nearly 2,000. Hyannis' 2nd highest average attendance
Well, that's good for them. It's been a tough season, and it's good to know that certainly the fans in Hyannis will still support the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, averaging just a tick under 2,000 fans a game.
And the 1-2, Brannigan lifts that into right. Coming forward is Johnson. He makes the catch for out number 3. So Gatemen had to settle down at some point. 5 in the second, 4 in the third. They go 1-2-3 here in the fourth. They're still on top 9-0 on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Beat the heat and join us at Waterways, a water experience unlike any other this side of the bridge. Open daily, head over to the water park on Route 28, the Cranberry Highway.
The Gatemen would like to thank Wareham Country Market for helping to feed the Gatemen players and staff after games. They are located about a quarter of a mile from the field on Route 6, offering a convenience store, a Dunkin' Donuts, and a deli.
Village Signs of Mattapoisett. They do it all, from logo design, trucks and buildings, to boats. Village Signs has proudly served Southern New England for over 35 years. Visit them at villagesignsinc.com for all your signage needs.
That double play is brought to you by TM Ryder Insurance Agency. Package your home and auto insurance for the perfect double play.
We enter the bottom of the fourth. Christian Rubik still on the mound for the Gatemen. Celebrating Christmas in July here in Hyannis. Holiday I wasn't too familiar with entering tonight. Looking at the top 10 places to celebrate Christmas in July, Cape Cod actually not making the list. Number 1 is Oceanside, California.
That's just like a great place to visit any time in the year, Oceanside, California.
Well, never been. It is the site of one of my favorite television shows, Veronica Mars. Very underrated show.
Never seen it.
It's an excellent show. That one's grounded foul left of the foul line. They call it Neptune in the show. It takes place in Oceanside. Following Oceanside, it's Phoenix. And then North Pole, Arkansas at number 3. I guess it's Christmas all year round, I would imagine, in North Pole, Arkansas.
I didn't know there was a city named North Pole.
In Arkansas, nonetheless.
Yeah, outside of the actual North Pole.
Another breaking ball from Rubek. That one misses low. It's 2-1. Number 7 probably won't surprise you. That's Santa Claus, Indiana. Followed by North Pole, New York. Fastball catches the outside corner. I wonder what it's like not in Christmas in July or Christmas in December in Santa Claus or North Pole. Any of those states, as that one hits Nick Romano. And he's aboard after getting hit to start things off in the bottom of the fourth for Hyannis.
Yeah, Santa Claus in the house tonight in Hyannis. Saw him walking around earlier. Chance for some of the kids around the ballpark to tell them what they're hoping for Christmas.
Good little half year check-in.
Yeah, still a long way to go. Got to stay good.
Mason Greer fouls the first pitch off. It's 0-1 to the third baseman out of McLennan. Yeah, changeup from Rubrik misses outside, evens the count at 1. It says that Christmas in July originated from the fact that in the southern hemisphere, they actually celebrate Christmas in the summer. So I guess the northern hemisphere was maybe a little jealous or wanted to join in on the fun, so they celebrate it twice in some places. It's 2-1 now to Greer. Swing and a miss from the third baseman. It's 2-2.
I guess you have that flip of the weather in the southern hemisphere.
Right.
So
exactly.
It's summertime when Christmas comes around the corner. That's such a weird. That would be so weird.
Doesn't seem right to me. This one's grounded to the right side of the infield. And McLean gathers and tosses over to Morales at first. So Romano reaches second. Greer heads back to the dugout.
Well, Rubeck stranded a runner on third following an error from Tres Gonzalez in right field. I'd like to see him get through 4 clean today. I think he could be due for a much better season next year at Oklahoma. He's done well so far this summer.
He has been excellent. 2.89 ERA entering tonight, and that has gone down with every out in this outing against Hyannis. As the first pitch to Proto is in there for a strike. Fastball at 92. Yo, 1 to Proto. He grounds to the right side of the infield, and that one gets past the glove of McLean. Coming in to score is Nick Romano. So Hyannis finally getting on the board, cutting the lead to 8. Proto reaches on an RBI single.
Well, McLean was shifted over towards the right, or the second base bag, excuse me, and had a long run to his left, reach out, couldn't make the play. I feel like you need to lay out for that and at least try and stop it. At the very least, Nick Romano would have had to hold up at third. But a run comes in for Hyannis. I can't help but think of that comeback they had. They couldn't quite complete against Harwich in a 15-12 loss, as the first pitch to Dominic Johnson is low and outside for ball 1, where they were down 8-0 early, came back and made it a 3-run game.
It's 1-0 to Johnson. That one misses low. This one would certainly be quite a comeback. It's 8-0, and tonight 9-0. Reminds me, I would hesitate since you're from Georgia, but a Patriots fan, any comeback, I guess, I find the opportunity to mention the 28-3 comeback for the Patriots. That one misses low and outside.
Yeah, that was a good day for any Patriots fan, and as a Patriots fan in Atlanta, me and my girlfriend Emma had a bet. She would have to get me a Brady jersey. If the Patriots won that game, I'd have to get her a Matt Ryan jersey. If the Falcons won.
Well, it looked like you'd be buying the Ryan jersey for most of that game as the fastball from Rubeck misses low and away.
Well, I was getting ridiculed for most of the game. The first half, confidence was high with everyone in the house. When you have Tom Brady, though, you're always in the game. Wish he was still in New England.
Certainly. Made a visit to the White House today. As Johnson fouls that one down the left field line. It's a full count for the right fielder from Oklahoma State. Yeah, I can't imagine. It must have been nothing but smug from all your Falcons fans. It was just misery for the Patriots fans, as this one is grounded to the left side. Could be 2, and not quite in time. Toss from Troy to McLean. The throw not quite in time over to Morales at first. So 2 away. Dominic Johnson reaches.
Well, Troy and McLean tried to turn it as quickly as they could. Troy's toss to McLean barehanded, and then he immediately threw it over to first. But Dominic Johnson, fast and good hustle down the first base line to prevent the double play. Just a 6-4 putout.
Good stretching attempt from Morales, trying to get the double play. Runner goes. This one's ripped into center field. Backing up is Fergus toward the wall, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Hyannis does add 1 here in the bottom of the 4th. Gatemen still leading by 8. Top of the 5th when we come back on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
That double play is brought to you by TM Ryder Insurance Agency. Package your home and auto insurance for the perfect double play.
Wherever you call home, from Boston to the South Shore to the South Coast to the Cape and Islands, Rogers Gray has you covered for all of your coastal homeowners insurance needs. Rogers Gray is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Learn more at rogersgray.com.
The Gateway Tavern, located on Marion Road in Wareham, offers an extensive but not exhaustive array of menu choices. They search for the finest in foods, ranging from garden fresh produce to hand-selected seafood, and have special menus that change daily. The Gateway Tavern is proud to be the official helmet of the Wareham Gatemen.
(9-1) Wareham as we head to the fifth on the Gatemen Baseball Network. Jack Sadighian, Owen, Sughrue. Frechette, Ferguson, Gonzalez, the 8-9-1 hitters coming up against the right-hander Austin Brush. It's been all Wareham so far. 5 runs in the second, 4 in the third. 19 batters in those 2 innings. And Hyannis finally getting their first run in the last frame off an RBI single from Ryan Proto. First pitch to Frechette is a breaking ball for a strike on the outer half.
That's the third pitcher of the night for Hyannis. Gatemen have been able to figure out all of them so far. Again, of course, those explosive innings 2 and 3.
That pitch, a breaking ball for a strike. Quickly 0-2 to Frechette. Frechette 1 for 2 with a double. He has 3 RBIs already in 2 plate appearances. 0-2, lifted right field. Johnson coming on. Now settles, takes a step back, and makes the catch. 1 away, nobody on in the top of the fifth. 9-1 Wareham, and the 9-hitter Cade Fergus coming to the plate.
Been a good night for both of the Gatemen from George Washington. Frechette and Fergus at 8 and 9 tonight. That's just the first time either of them hasn't reached base in 5 at-bats total. This is the 6th between the pair as Fergus takes a strike. And they've they've scored 3 runs.
0-1, fastball low. Fergus walked in the second, then singled in the third. NBA Finals tonight, Owen. Game 6 between the Phoenix Suns and Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee up 3-2. As the 1-1 is a curveball for a strike on the high outside corner.
That last game was incredible. I was incredibly impressed with the Bucks. Got a big chance here back home.
1-2 swung on and missed. Fergus chased a breaking ball, third strikeout for Brush, and there's 2 away with still nobody on for the leadoff man, Tres Gonzalez. Already his 4th time up, and we're in the top of the 5th. It's 9-1 Wareham. Tres 1 for 2 with a base hit in the second, and he brought in a run in the third with a sac fly to left.
Now, it was interesting to me watching that last Bucks game and the reaction of Bucks fans. I think they call it the Deer District or something in Milwaukee, and they were just going crazy, of course. How could you blame them? And I mentioned the Warriors earlier tonight with all those All-Stars, and I was wondering how you get from endearing, which I find the Bucks fans, and I think most do right now, to sort of annoying. I remember a lot of people liked the Patriots. A lot of people were rooting for the Patriots in their first Super Bowl and just sort of slowly shifted. And I've found similar with the Warriors. And I wonder if it's just winning or something else.
That one roped into right field. Sliding catch from Dominic Johnson. Nice play from the right fielder. And that'll retire the side. 9-1 Wareham. Bottom of the 5th in a moment.
The Gateway Tavern, located on Marion Road in Wareham, offers an extensive but not exhaustive array of menu choices. They search for the finest in foods, ranging from garden fresh produce to hand-selected seafood, and have special menus that change daily. The Gateway Tavern is proud to be the official helmet of the Wareham Gatemen.
Catchers aren't the only ones protecting home. With Rogers Gray, you have more coastal homeowners insurance options and a true expertise in their people. Protect your home with Rogers Gray. Rogers Gray is a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League. Learn more at rogersgray.com.
South Coast Health Operators of Charlton Memorial, St. Luke's, and Toby Hospitals delivers an unmatched combination of clinical excellence with a personal touch. They are proud to serve as Southeastern Massachusetts and Rhode Island's only not-for-profit health system, as well as the region's largest employer. South Coast Healthcare, plus something more.
Whether it's life insurance to safeguard your loved ones, an umbrella policy to protect your teen driver, or making sure your home is covered from storm damage, Rogers Gray is there to guide you. Insurance is more than just a box to check. Trust Rogers Gray, a proud sponsor of the Cape Cod Baseball League.
(9-1) Wareham. We head to the last of the fifth. And a new pitcher on the mound, Carter Rustad, the right-hander out of San Diego.
It's the fourth appearance for Rustad. He's had some struggles so far this season. He's only pitched 4 innings, so he hopes to find his footing here in Hyannis. It was a good outing from Rubeck, going 4 innings, giving up 4 hits, just 1 run and 3 strikeouts.
Yeah, balloon DRA of 13.5. But like you said, he's only thrown 4 innings. He does have 5 strikeouts over those 4. We'll see if he can help himself out a little bit with a strong performance in his 4th appearance on the Cape. He'll have Ryan Romano, Elliott, and Ball, the 9-1 two-hitters for Hyannis. First pitch to the second baseman, Romano, is skied into left field. Diodati casually coming up a couple steps, now fades to his left and makes the catch. 1 away, nobody on in the last of the 5th. 9-1 Wareham. We're back to the top of the lineup with the all-star Clark Elliott. Center fielder out of Michigan. He's 1 for 2 with a base hit his first time up. Elliott, a 2-year starter for Michigan in the outfield. First pitch to him. It's a fastball right down the middle for a strike. Now, we talked about the NBA Finals a little bit, Owen. Game 6 tonight at 9 p.m. You have any skin in the game? Somebody you want to win?
I'm rooting for the Bucks. I don't have, too much passion either way. I'm a Hyannis fan, rooting for the Bucks. You say the same?
I don't really have any skin in the game.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter to me. That pitch missed, so a ball and a strike to Elliott. And here's the 1-1. Upstairs, fastball. 2 balls and a strike now.
I know our beat writer, Barrett, is a big Chris Paul fan. He'd like him to have at least 1 title.
2-1, popped into the infield. Tommy Troy calling everybody off. The shortstop comes all the way over to the right side. Basically stands in front of McLean as he makes the catch. Two away, nobody on. Kyle Ball, the shortstop, to the plate. Righty-righty matchup for Rustad. 9-1 Wareham. 5 runs in the second, 4 in the third. Harbor Hawks' lone run came in the 4th. But yeah, Chris Paul is somebody who feels like is due for a championship. First pitch to Ball is a breaking ball for a strike. But at the same time, Hyannis Antetokounmpo is a special player and just a great personality, a great person. 0-1 pitch to Ball is a fastball at 91 for a strike.
Yeah, Hyannis really does seem like a great guy. I know his brother is on the team and seems like definitely a family man.
Does a lot of charitable acts as well. 0-2 is shot up the middle, gets through for a base hit. Ball, a 2-out single. That'll extend the bottom of the fifth. 9-1 Wareham. Luke Mann to the plate. DH from Missouri. 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And these two guys will be future teammates, with Carter Rustad heading to Mizzou in the fall. As the first pitch to Mann is a curveball that's cut on and missed.
Ristad this past season at San Diego, like Cody Jeffries, right, who spent some time with the Gatemen. I know you and Nick spoke last night, Jack, about the prevalence of the transfer portal now in baseball, not just, football and other sports. Very prevalent across all college sports now.
That pitch checked up, and Mann went around. Quickly 0-2 to the left-handed hitter, Luke Mann. His future teammate, Carter Rustad, trying to punch him out here. 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball called, strike 3. Carter Rustad gives up one hit, but a clean inning. An encouraging sign for him. 9-1 Wareham, 6th inning coming.
Northeast Maritime Institute's College of Maritime Science is a proud sponsor of the Wareham Gatemen. If you're looking for a career at sea, look to NMI's program of education, adventure, and employment on northeastmaritime.com, America's premier 2-year maritime college.
Top of the 6th we go. Jack Sadighian, Owen Sughrue. 2, 3, 4 hitters coming up for Wareham. They lead 9-1 over Hyannis in an important West Division matchup, with Wareham a game behind second place Catuit and just a game ahead of 4th place Falmouth in that race for second in the West, as the Bourne Braves run away with first. First pitch to Sean McLean. He shows bunt but pulls back. Takes a low outside curveball for ball 1. (1-0). Fastball for a strike on the outer half at 87.
McLean really off to a good start here. He's a very late addition to this Gatemen lineup, already in the 2 spot.
That pitch fouled back. Now a ball and 2 strikes to McLean. Couple flyouts tonight. He was hit by a pitch in the second. Bourne Braves with a 8.5 game lead over second place Catuit, as that pitch is popped up into shallow center. Elliott casually running in to make the catch. 1 away, nobody on in the top of the 6th. Owen Diodati coming to the plate. Diodati's reached twice on a fielder's choice and a walk. Also struck out in this game. 9-1 Wareham. First pitch to Diodati. It's a backdoor slider that missed outside. (1-0). Change up for a strike. Orleans Firebirds ahead of the Katuitt Kettleers in the top of the ninth, 5-1. As that pitch is roped into right field for a base hit. Diodati's first hit. And he's
for the Gatemen. We've seen him a lot in the middle infield as well. Troy making move over to short.
That pitch missed high. Another fastball. Now 3-0 to Troy. Brewster also ahead of Falmouth in the top of the sixth. 3-0. Fastball called a strike. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Swung on and missed.
Well, Troy was on his way to first after that 3-0 was a called strike, and bit of a 50% swing. Just didn't look like he was fully committed to it. A little nod after. Knew that wasn't the pitch he wanted.
Diodati on first with one out. Payoff pitch. Check swing grounder to the right side. Scooped up by Ryan Romano. Tosses to his brother Nick for the out at first. Diodati advancing to second. Now 2 away in the top of the sixth. 9-1 Wareham. Kellum Clark heading to the plate. Clark having himself a nice day. 1 for 2 with a base hit in the second. He also walked in the third and has scored 2 runs. Brush a look at Owen Diodati at second, and his first pitch to Clark misses outside. The 1-0, a fastball high and outside for ball 2.
Again, Clark didn't play last night. One of 4 members of tonight's lineup who didn't, and they have scored a collective 7 runs. So a good move for Snedden and the Gatemen.
That pitch outside again, now 3-0 to Clark. Another score update, Bourne ahead of Harwich 4-1 at White House Field, and Chatham over YD 2-0 in the bottom of the third at Veterans Field, where Wareham was last night. 3-0 pitch, fouled back. We are rooting for East over West teams tonight, Owen.
And they've been delivering.
Yeah, the East, I don't have the exact numbers on it, but it seems like the East has been beating the West a lot more than vice versa. As the 3-1 pitch is a fastball for a strike on the inside edge of the plate.
Yeah,
Full count for Clark.
Excuse me, Jack. We've been wondering about that, and that's a question sort of you and Nick and Harrison and I have had is, you know, which division's stronger in these interdivision matchups. Give us a glimpse into what it's like.
Payoff pitch, cut on and missed. Got Clark with the breaking ball. So Owen Diodati, a base hit, but he's stranded on second. 9-1 Wareham, last of the sixth, coming on the Gatemen Baseball Network.
Got legal trouble? Attorney Mark Deshays is here to help the greater New Bedford area with real estate and business law, estate planning, and probate. Visit him today.
After the game, visit El Mariachi on Main Street for the best Mexican food in Wareham. The cantina provides a delicious late-night snack accompanied by fun cocktails.
Northeast Maritime Institute's College of Maritime Science.
Get your glow on at Compassionate Med Spa. They're compassionate about getting your perfect skin. Come get your glow on. Call 774-678-7319. Mention this ad and get 25% off at Hydra Facial.
The Mezzaluna Restaurant is a family-run Italian restaurant celebrating 80 years in business. Located on Main Street in Buzzards Bay, Mezzaluna specializes in Italian cuisine, a lunch menu that's the best deal in town, and serving some of Cape Cod's famous prime rib every Wednesday and Saturday. Come enjoy the feast at Mezzaluna, the Italian family restaurant.
For sales and rentals of Caterpillar machinery, generators, and marine engines, visit MiltonCat.com, your area cat dealer. Milton Cat.
9-1 Wareham as we head to the bottom of the sixth. Jack Sadighian, Owen, Sughrue. 4, 5, 6 hitters coming up for Hyannis with Carter Rustad on the mound for a second inning of work. A clean first inning in the fifth. He'll start off against the right-handed hitter Nick Romano.
Tonight for the Harbor Hawks.
First pitch to Mason Greer. Swung on and missed. Fastball at 90 miles per hour. Greer 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Nick Romano, the only Harbor Hawk with 2 hits tonight. They have 5 on the evening, 8 for Wareham. The 0-1 to Greer. Swung on and missed. Another fastball. Wareham has been in control since early on. Scored 5 runs in the second. It started with a solo shot from Troy to lead off the inning. Off of 9 batters. 0-2, swung on and missed. High fastball, and Greer chased it. Rustad's second strikeout.
Well, Rustad's had that fastball working. 3 misses there from Greer, and he's liked it. That last one, just textbook. Got Greer to chase on the high fastball. Second strikeout of the night for Rustad.
Yeah, it's a big one with Nick Romano on second, now 1 away. Of course, Wareham in front 9-1. But Hyannis nearly had an 8-run comeback a few nights ago against Harwich, a game they lost by 3. The first pitch to Ryan Proto is a changeup that misses inside.
And Proto, like I mentioned earlier, we saw him last time the Gatemen came here to Hyannis and from nearby Centerville, Mass.
1 for 2 with an RBI single in the fourth. Drove in the only run of the game, and that was Nick Romano who scored it, who's on second now. That pitch is in on the hands and grounded to the right side. McLean has it, tosses it to first for the second out. Nick Romano advancing to third. 9-1 Wareham in the bottom of the sixth. And it's official. Orleans defeats Cotuit 5-1 at Lowell Park. So a win tonight for Wareham ties them for second in the West. Who would have thought a team that has lost 6 of their last 7 and still right in that race, it could potentially be tied for second with a win tonight. Dominic Johnson at the plate now. First pitch to him is a curveball low and outside for ball 1.
Pretty incredible, especially given how Wareham has struggled so much against Cotuit, and be very interested to see how the rain delay rules, how the league deals with those as the season goes on. But
sure,
it's worked out well for Wareham.
Pitch a fastball for a strike at the knees. Johnson reached on an error his first time up in the second, and then a fielder's choice in the fourth. Has a ball and a strike against Rustad. Rustad working from the belt. Doesn't pay any mind to the runner at third as that pitch is fouled off. Runner on third, 2 away. Rustad, a deep breath. The 1-2 from the belt, as that pitch missed high and inside.
Rustad likes that breaking ball. Most of the time he's had it working. A couple have just stayed up high, like that one. Never got much below chest level for Dom Johnson.
2-2 now. That's poked in the air to the right side. Gets out of play. Still 2 balls and 2 strikes to Dominic Johnson. Johnson didn't play much at Oklahoma State this past year, hoping this summer can help him out before he heads to Oak State for fall ball. Here's another 2-2 pitch. Just fouled back. Was a nice curveball from Rustad.
Johnson actually staying in the Big 12, but transferring, moving to Kansas State this upcoming season.
Yeah, excuse me. Another 2-2. Grounded to the left side. Troy has it. His throw to first is in time. That's the third out. Hyannis leaves a runner on third. 9-1 Wareham. 7th inning coming.
We enter the top of the 7th inning here at McKeon Park in Hyannis. Owen Sughrue, Jack Sadighian. Gatemen on top 9-1. A new pitcher on the mound for the Harbor Hawks. It's Salvatore Fusco out of UMass Lowell, just like his catcher Ryan Proto. And it's Yohandy Morales leading things off here for the Gatemen. It's Morales, Brannigan, and Frechette here in the top of the 7th.
Yeah, pretty cool connection between Proto and Fusco. This is Fusco's second appearance this summer.
First pitch to Morales is a fastball that misses low. Morales has scored twice. He's 1 for 2 with a double in the second.
Fusco's first time out gave up 2 earned and 3 2/3 in that 15-12 loss to Harwich. Had 4 strikeouts.
The 1-0, that's a grounder toward the left side of the infield. Charging in is the shortstop Ball, who fires over to Romano at first for out number 1. A very neat connection indeed. UMass Lowell, known largely for their hockey in terms of their athletic. Hockey team like a lot of the colleges up here in the Northeast. Jack Brannigan, pretty good hockey school as well at Notre Dame. Brannigan is 1 for 2 on the night. Singled and scored in the third. First pitch to the third baseman. That's a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1.
Who are the big schools you're seeing in the Frozen Four every year? I'm not a huge hockey guy.
Well, that's a good question. I think a lot of the Minnesota schools, St. Cloud is excellent. Minnesota Duluth. Boston College from the Northeast is definitely one of the better ones. BU. Cornell has an excellent hockey team. That one is a fastball that misses up high, but it's sort of a interesting mix of Minnesota and then sort of a little bit across Minnesota and then up to New England.
Will a team like UMass Lowell compete for a national championship, or probably not?
I think they'll be up there. I don't know if they quite have the sort of the horses to compete for a national championship, but definitely they can go deep into those playoffs. Penn State, I know, has an excellent hockey team. And it's interesting, too, talking to our producer Harrison, who did a lot of work with the NC State club hockey team, and how that's sort of become quite a big force at a lot of schools more down south. Arizona State, I know, has another big one. Breaking ball misses inside to Brannigan.
So does Georgia. Not quite as good as a school like NC State. Not all club sports are created equal. That's what I've learned. They can be very different. Just like Division I to Division III, there can be a wide talent difference.
Yep, it is a wide range. As Brannigan takes ball 4. He's the first man to reach for the Gatemen here in the top of the 7th. Brings up Anthony Frichette.
Frichette's had a nice day. 3 RBIs, a double.
Frichette coming into tonight batting .154. So this has been an excellent night for the catcher from GW. And he rips the first one into left field. That'll get down. Brannigan reaches second. And it's another hit for Frichette. He improves to 2 for 4 on the night.
Well, he had 2 hits on the season coming into this game, and already 2 hits tonight. Having a day is Anthony Frichette.
Next up, it's Cade Fergus. 2 out, nobody on here in the top of the. First pitch to Fergus, that's a breaking ball. He takes low. So, you were wondering, Jack, so the semifinals, it was UMass, UMass Amherst over Minnesota Duluth. They won 3-2, and then the other semifinal, it was St. Cloud State over Minnesota State. So UMass took
really
on St. Cloud.
no big name schools in that Frozen Four.
Right, exactly. And Fergus rips this one into center field, backing up as Elliott toward the wall. That one's off the wall. Elliott fields it off of a hop. We've got some traffic here on the base paths. Brannigan in to score. Frichette, rounding third base, took a tumble, but he's all set. So he heads back to third. That's an RBI double from Cade Fergus.
Well, we've been waiting for Fergus's second RBI of the season, his first off a solo shot against Orleans June 25th. So a long wait for a second one, nearly a month, but he gets it on a nice double to straightaway center field. And Frichette, having to put on the brakes, fell down around third because Cody Doyle, the third base coach, gave him a very late stop sign. So trying to stop quickly, he stumbled and fell.
So it's the leadoff man, Tres Gonzalez, up next for the Gatemen as he takes a breaking ball in there for strike 1.
And I love it. Keep applying the pressure. Score as many as you can. 10-1 game now.
The 0-1 to Gonzalez. He takes low for a breaking ball. Counts at 1-1. 1 out. Fergus on second. Frichette on third. Here for Gonzalez in the top of the 7th. Gatemen on top 10-1.
We make it a pinch hitter coming up. Jim Jarvis starting to get his bat warm.
Gonzalez fouls that one over the left field bleachers. The RBI double from Fergus gave the Gatemen another 9-run lead. 8 was a little bit too close, so it's back to 9. So it's 1-2 to Gonzalez.